Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
He had reinforcements on the way, because if they knew that was an actual 1v2, he might have been in some trouble.
I mean, there are a few cooldowns down, and it was only level 5 for Carrier, so maybe that's just,
Yeah.
he saw an angle there as the first
Swarm
raid
games?
What's
What's
that?
Swarm, the
Swarm games! I thought you said Swan games. I'm like, are they like duck games? Okay, here goes the arrow. Graspy Roots connects, and there's your first blood, and it goes to Duro.
well earned, not what you want.
I'm very
Duro,
sad that I started off the first blood. Zeus should be able to get some spare time with this outer turret on the bottom side of the map, so that is going to be first turret blood going over to T1. So certainly good, but the trade is actually just everything as far as the neutral objectives so far this game. The Dragon also going to be taken here though, so T1 are going to finally get their first one. Faker just clearing out this Krug camp, and Duro well and truly behind enemy lines. Faker going to look to pick up this wave as now Closer goes in, doesn't find the big one, but Raptor's still going to be able to throw this one down, and if they manage to take this inner turret, that is a huge influx of gold for this team, as Duro, he's still going to go for it, looks to get the charge as he's a very tanky boy, and he does of course have the unbreakable will, so he was going to be fine. Still, they do manage to get the charge. Nicely done.
T1 will have to give up the teleport for that. Zeus did manage to get us back in, so does finish his first half of the Anamune.
This is pretty proactive, and they've got 6 grubs, remember. This should be taken down, as there's the other teleport coming on in here. Faker going to make his way over. Zeus gets on down here, but Clear will be able to secure this turret. Can they keep themselves alive, though, is the question, as Faker looking to try and get out, but the Valkyrie's going to be there. Closer's still looking for more as, oh, the Root Caller comes in. That's going to stop the aggression. But BNK, they are not taking this lying down, and in fact, they're kind of winning.
It's T1 playing with the usual confidence, and guess what? It's not warranted! You don't win that 2v2! Actually, Corky's so strong when he does get the try for a spike. Really, I think struggles early on, but when you approach that 2-item spike, insanely strong. Clear also was standing there into 280 characters with Sundered Sky and played at still cap, so
yeah,
he's vibing. And I understand T1 if you play that slower, because Owner was actually ahead on the rotation.
I mean, that's not the point. Isn't that what you said before? It's about, like, he hit them.
Okay, fair enough. Still,
all right, he needs to be a little bit careful here, maybe a lot of bit careful, as he takes most of his health bar. Okay, there's the Soul of Fleb. That's also not really going to do too much, and like you say, the grubs certainly paying dividends as they just take down the... It's very, very rude. So
they're also full AD, so Clear can even go for like a very... can go SteRx into a very heavy bruiser build.
Another one! As the turret was also hitting him, but the turret just explodes. And Duro is now going to look for Faker. There's the headbutt. Pulverize as well. Once again, there's unfortunately not a lot of people there, but they still get the flash. Good sidestep from Clear. Avoids Carrier as well. BNK just have the answers today.
They just look good individually as well. Like,
look at this. Getting the push, the full 4 collapse into the mid lane. They'll take this in a turret as well. Out rotating? This was not on my bingo card. I didn't use bingo card.
Okay, BNK, I'm loving your game so far. I just want you to keep this up.
I'm a little bit worried as well.
No,
maybe we should just accept.
Because I've seen so many games where we're like, man, and then T1 gets like one fight at Baron, they ace you, and you lose.
Yeah, I do kind of have that, the Quantum Freaks game, like waiting it for Baron. Teleport does come in here.
Yeah, with Zyra?
I mean, they have Leandris.
Yeah, you can. They gotta be sneaky about it, and I think they would have already had to pull the trigger. Now the rotation for T1 is really easy, and it's T1. I don't think you're gonna catch them off guard. Are gonna spot it now. Do know this is going on as Duro.
Oh, Arrow is going to pierce on through, but now Duro could be in a whole lot of trouble. He has to flash as he takes Carrier with him. Solar Blade doesn't do too much, but now Clear has found the back line. There goes Carrier as kill number 1. True Shot Barrage splits the middle of the fight. They have lost a lot of health bars. Headbutt Pulverize, and Glimiyushi, he's too far forward. And now Clear wants even more. He's flashing in the Strangle Thorns, and there's the double kill for Closer. I mean, I didn't see it working, but then it just worked.
And it looks like Duro is making a classic
Willer and Challenger, and it's not necessarily any better, and you're wondering, is Arrows going to connect once again? And like, what is this? Targeted arrows? That's insane. All right, they're going to grab another inner turret. This Rebel Baron power play is starting to get completely out of control. We're moving towards a 6,000 gold lead. There's a solar flare. That's going to connect as Duro does tank the shock blast. That could have otherwise been a whole lot of damage onto Henna, and he could have almost been dead. As now Clear just umbrally dashes out of the way of the Zenith Blade, and he will be absolutely fine. This siege is working out. They're looking to try and take down the rest of this turret. They'll get it as Daisy, he takes a lot of damage there as well and will go down.
Yeah, the problem is there's only one Zeus. Like, Zeus is a free item spike. He's insanely strong, but there's just one of him. Like, he can't be in multiple lanes at once. Drake, you're looking at free items at least.
Oh, there's a headbutt pole as Carrier possibly caught out, does have to flash. That is going to be an offensive tool now taken away from the Leona. Could be important.
TP as well. Look at the flank from Cleo. They don't know about this Aatrox.
Well, Duro going to get in there first as there's Clear, finally discovered. Carrier does have the Eclipse available, but Clear's got a World Ender, and he has got a right to use it. He's going to be able to take down the Leona now as BNK, they just have all of the control. The arrow is going to be avoided by the Arcane Shift. Nicely done there. The opportunism, though, I love it here from Henna. And they're going to get the big old triumphant roar, and everyone's going to be absolutely fine. Closer also, look at that gusto. Just utilizing his Valkyrie to eat some cooldowns. As now T1, they don't want to give this one up. Duro going to be discovered there as Faker going to have to rocket jump his way back. In goes Closer there, finds that Trinity Force proc onto Gumayushi and just does so much damage. My goodness, this dragon, not long for the world. T1 not going to be able to contest that one, but it's this season. As they're
not even
trying to stay out of vision. Closer is now on vision completely. Duro going to get spotted here. This Baron is going down so incredibly low. Carrier gets into the pit. He'll have some vision there. The health bars are going low. Ona, can he get in there? The answer is no. The Stranglethorns gets the knockups as well as Carrier thrown around like a ragdoll. Faker dives in now. They're looking for the last-ditch effort. As Clear has found Ona, he dives on top of Faker and executes him. Zeus now trying to do what he can, but it is over. It is done. They'll take the Baron. They'll take the team fight. And by goodness, they're going to take the game.
And BNK, we were watching, we're holding our breaths, Atlas, because we were like, there's no way. There's no way, right? That even a game win would be colossal for this team. And you look at the scoreline, it's not even close.
It's not. And it's beautifully executed. It's wonderfully played here from BNK as well. Maybe this is the start of their resurgence right at the end of the first round robin of summer.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
I think Closer is going to be able to use that very nicely. Was doing great in the matchup. Imagine that will continue. And with his 6 in the horizon, should be able to play big on that as Duro might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, Carrier's going to turn up. Some plans coming down here as well, and yes, no flash means no life anymore, and that is first blood. Going over to Faker, a much better start here for T1.
Duro getting completely caught off guard there. I think maybe was expecting a person, but it was 2.
Carry? He can proc my
It kind of looks like you've just put your mid laner in the bottom lane really early. Because that's where Ziggs kind of started. It's where Showmaker recently played him.
Thanks, APA.
How it all goes, exactly right. All right, now we're all just piling in on top of Raptor. Can he get the buttons off? The answer is absolutely not. As now the Culling's coming in. Carrier so low, Faker also so low. Duro so slow though. And he's not going to be able to catch up to them. He might just be lying on the floor as well, and Ona's going to pick it up with the explosion of the Trigger Seed. T1 just kind of toying with them in this game. Take the first dragon once again. I don't think that there is going to be enough, although they are closing in. Duro, can he actually get them out of this pit?
Gonna have a fight.
Yeah, it's looking like it. As Mountain Drake, very, very tanky. Raptor is going to be able to secure it as now Duro making his way in. Faker going to get stunned, but the buffer was good. Now the Hextech Minefield is down, and Henna should be able to take some control. And we haven't really seen a fight with the Ziggs around as well.
Specifically, unless it's on top of her, makes it really, really tough as, I don't think Zeus is the target you guys are looking for.
Yeah, he's going to unbind the soul. Look for an angle here as Clear does get rid of the minions quite effectively. And Closer just doing his very best to try and hold on to this turret as Faker goes in. There's the bust shot, and there is the kill! Just stacks up the explosive charge and nowhere for Closer to go. That's 4-0. That's on cooldown also. A lot of tools available.
Yeah, it's Blade of the Rune King Dungeon for Faker. He has Owner with him as well. His mid lane turret is not long for the World Atlas.
And Closer may not be either, as there's the root caller. Goomba Stomp does come on down here, and that's another stack up. And that is just Faker killing him one more time. With the help of Owner, they'll be able to take out this outer turret as well. And everything's just on fire for BNK. It was joy. It was beautiful. They were in Valhalla for game 1. Game 2 is a very different story.
You can see T1 after that game 1 really pulling back the reins, saying, okay guys, we played fast and loose. Didn't really play to our win conditions. Realistically, looking at the draft, I think that T1 should have a lot of power, and this time around they're playing like it.
Well then, going to be employed here by Clear. Looks to clear out the wave as well, as now Owner's going to turn up at the same time. There are no minions left as he does flash on over, but there's the ulti from Zeus. There is the cleanup. They do manage to collect that kill, as now Raptor not finding any Stranglethorn value at all, really.
Yeah, the flash. Owner actually just got out.
All right, but this is not the Ziggs doing the things that we like talking about, which is killing turrets and getting plates and being rotated around so you can maximize the amount of structural damage you can get done. This is not that at all. He's managed to take 1 plate on the bottom side, I think. I believe we got word of that just prior, but
Atlas, they've
not really anything.
They've gotten 1 Drake.
Yeah.
Gotten 1 Drake this game.
They did.
I don't know if they're going to get a whole lot more.
Well, they're not going to get this Drake, because this one's going to T1.
Yeah, I'm really trying to look for something, but Braum Ivern comps, man. The only angle. Like, that's how... If I remember correctly, yeah, this was T1 versus G2, right? Game number 3. And G2 was in a really good position, and all they needed to do was not get caught. Then, unfortunately, I think T1 found the catch in mid, if I remember correctly, and from there on out, there wasn't really a whole lot more. Like 2.5 months?
Yeah, it's quite some time. It's quite some time. As all right, there's an ulti. That's going to get a flash out, so Closer at least will survive for the moment, as this inner turret not going to be going down just yet. Ran out of minions momentarily, but getting the flash out of Closer, this is very dangerous times. Raptor just trying to exist in his jungle. As all right, Stranglethorn's going to come in. That's going to get a flash out. That is good news. This is not good news, though, because Zeus has his soul unbound and just destroys Closer. That's a solo kill. That's 0-3 now for the Lucian. And Raptor's going to come up. He needs to catch this wave as it comes in. He's putting out fire.
It is currently monsoon season.
It is. There's a lot of water all over the place. I actually kind of miss living near the Han River, where I used to be able to like walk past and just see just how ridiculously overflowed it is.
I kind of want to see the actual river. That's going to be even more fun.
Yeah, that was the most fun. Going for those walks just to discover
on the roof
sound. Like, you don't get that as much.
The rain on the, you know, the romantic scene in the rain.
Yeah.
No, it's just drizzle.
But what about this teleport? This could be an option here. As
double TP
Zeus is going to make it happen. Yeah, double TP does come on in. Zeus is going to be ulting around for a little bit, buying as much time as he can as the rest of his team head toward the Baron. And yeah, Zeus might even be able to die on his own terms here on this one as well, as he does unbind. He's doing some tricky stuff, but the Infernal Chains will come on down, and there's the slam dunk. So they take the top laner. Raptor wanting to try and get in here. I don't know whether he's going to be able to, though. And Faker is going to be able to kill him in the meantime. Duro looking to flash away, but that is a reset on that rocket jump, and Faker's going to find even more. That's the double. They'll take a Baron to boot, and yes, BNK do manage to get their first kill of the game, but it's in trade for probably a Nexus after all things are said and done.
I don't think you'll take that trade, Atlas.
It's not a great one.
I was parsing the map. I was trying to figure it out. It's not work. You don't.
Desperately just trying to hold off these Baron minions. There are brushes everywhere, and this is what this comp does so incredibly well. Henna is going to get chunked out. Solar Flare is going to connect. There's the Mega Inferno Bomb doing a fair bit of work, and they're going for the re-engage. Can they find it as Clear, the one that managed to get a kill, is going to try and end the world, but unfortunately it's his that ends instead. And T1 getting a bunch of extra exit kills here as well. Zeus does fall down, so it is a 2-for-1 trade. Daisy also going to suffer her demise, but T1's still going to be able to get their prize. That is going to be the inner turret on the bottom side of the map, and they might be able to get even more. As I apologize for the rhyme halfway through there. It was not my intent, I promise.
I didn't even notice it, Atlas.
Oh, that's good.
Just
that's good.
Being enamored by what is happening right in front of us on the screen. T1, get the bot lane in it. The pressure continues.
And it is now a 12,000 gold lead.
Yeah, they could just...
behind. So this was a decent angle, and if Clear was anywhere near like parity, might have been okay.
Yeah, if he was
wallets rained down, you know.
Could have maybe made something happen. Not the case, so he just doesn't have the damage. There's just not enough stats to actually take him down. Oh, but I don't know how they got here, but it's not good, Atlas!
We're out of the replay, into the fire, and Gumayusi throwing through these Mystic shots. They might get Daisy. There you go, Clear looking for a flank angle. This is a bit weird, to be perfectly honest, because we're alcove gaming, and now Gumayusi is in a little bit of, no, Clear's in a lot of trouble. And there's an ulti from Zeus. He dives in. They're able to take down Raptor. And now Faker, he just kills all of them. He gets a triple. Guma's going to grab a double. It's a full house. Faker's full of Gumas, and they'll now move towards the enemy base and probably end this game.
Yeah, safe bet, Atlas. The super minions are knocking at the door, and T1 says, okay, yeah, we can help you out with that one.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop messing around. Let's go to game 3 and really throw down in this one. There goes the Nexus. T1.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Is nowhere in sight. He's actually looking for a gank on that top side, exactly. As Zeus looking to go all out, does pull them underneath the turret, loses a bunch of his tankiness though, and Henna doesn't really want to be tanking this turret. And as you can see there, if he got hit again, he would have been very, very dead. As Stranglethorns comes in, Zeus is going to avoid it, but no one's really hitting any of the turret's not hitting any of the bad guys. So it is just going to be Zeus going down in the end. They still managed to get the flash out of Raptor, and that is certainly good news. As the siege continues in this bottom lane, Duro, your turret is very low, and then you're going to find yourself kind of by yourself against 2 people. And so he is going to realize that, and he will vacate. 6 grubs going over to BNK, though, in trade for the dragon that is going to be picked up on the other side by Ona. First dragon coming on in. Daisy alongside Ivern going to be able to take that one down. So BNK, they want to be able to take down this turret.
6 grubs.
Yeah.
As you point out. I want to highlight, I want to see the replay. I think there was actually an angle for Zeus to get out there, maybe with the investment of his flash, but particularly extending and overestimating maybe his own tankiness a little bit there.
He's now back down towards the bottom side. That's where the top lane now exists, as Clear is down there as well. We did see that Faker in a bit of a long lane, but we're going to focus our attention elsewhere. As the Ram comes out, T1 getting knocked around a little bit, but the same treatment actually going over to the side of BNK is now Clear looking to jump after Faker. It is a Yordle battle, and he smacks him out of the air! Man, it was like he was playing volleyball, just throws him against the wall.
Clear has been watching his Haikyuu episodes at the ready to spike that ball.
Still a lot of pressure being put on here by T1 as True Shot Barrage, wow, the double value there. Standing in this brush, working out very, very well. As now a teleport in. Closer making his way forward. Teleport in answer here from Zeus as well. Wanting to get himself over because of the investment put in here by BNK. Now let's see whether they do successfully get this charge to work out. The charge is definitely coming in. It's just whether they can keep themselves alive. Dawning Shadow, decent amount of work here getting done as they take down the Cassante. The turret's also dead. The Wallop not going to connect, but BNK, this is the kind of tempo, this is the kind of gusto that we saw in Game 1.
And BNK, this is all very telling. I don't think they have the damage though. Crucially, Closer wasn't there. So it is just Raptor as well as Henna. Henna also going for an actual AD build, by the way. Kraken Slayer, not the lethality weapon, but they're going to keep going.
Yeah, they're still on it. They're still on it. Let's see whether Ona can actually get in there. He dives into the pit, but it's going to be secured by Raptor. They take down the other tree as well as now you've got Clear diving on top. And BNK, I guess they took a vacation for game number 2 because they are back here and they are ready to play for game 3.
They are refreshed, Atlas. I don't know what beat they went
How
to.
is it refreshing what happened in game number 2? I don't know, but it obviously was, because they're taking an inner turret, they just got a Baron. It's 4-0. What?
It's, you know when a movie gets so bad that you can't help but laugh? That's BNK in the last game, like, who cares? We got stumped. Unless they get huge leads early, which was thanks to Owner Carry out the case in game number 2 rather. This doesn't really feel.
Oh, the Stranglethorns is going to connect here as now Faker has to rocket jump out, but wasn't able to buffer that one. Still, he is going to keep himself alive. True Shot Barrage doing a fair bit of work here as Daisy's going to go down. Henna has to flash. In the meantime, Clear is just destroying an inner turret. Duro is there with him as well. Not entirely sure why. He was just wandering around, having a good time. They managed to take the inhibitor turret.
For either Clear or Closer.
Well, now the issue is T1, they're moving over, and maybe it's not as much of an issue because this Baron can be two-manned, I think. As Stranglethorns comes in, there are so many seeds in there. It's going down so fast. The Ram is going to get the knock-up. It might be another 50-50 is Clear. The Gnar bar is stacking, but the health bar isn't. Still, he makes it to a brush. The Baron is going to be secured. There is a snare on top of Zeus, but he still manages to make his way out. The Mega Gnar does come in. That's the Root Caller connecting, and that's going to buy them some space. So all 5 alive, but the Baron is not. They'll take an outer turret, for their trouble. And I think BNK are okay to go for that trade. There is also a Mountain Drake on the map that BNK could head over to if they would like. And Clear says no, because I don't need to kill a dragon if I kill a Nexus instead. And now everyone's going back. If BNK wanted to, they could head over and take that dragon if they'd like to. And it's a Nexus turret, potentially. No, the minion wave is going to stop it, but it's mid lane inhibitor turret as well. This rotation is gorgeous from BNK.
BNK, no, they don't need the dragon. It's not necessary, Atlas. You want to get those base structures. Top lane inhib already down. That's going to make the dragon.
Variety, Earth, Wind, and Fire in T1's back pockets. I just don't know how relevant it's going to be as poor Daisy just gets destroyed as soon as she comes up. In a turret here, the last one remaining going to be seen to by Clear. His teleport is up, and I think Zeus may have actually snuck around. True Shot Barrage is going to miss, and can he find the all-out angle? He flashes! He does not find it! The redemption comes in as well. There's the all-out we were talking about, but it's on to Duro. He's so incredibly tanky carrier. Not so much, and Raptor just blows him up! And the rest of T1 are now split. They fanned out. They're going to give up their inhibitor. An inhibitor turret is already being taken down because Clear set that one up earlier. And that's going to be all of the inhibs down. I think FearX may have done it.
Atlas, it's happening. BNK are going to get the upset win. We're in game number 3. T1, the loss against Halma, that was one thing. But there's something else entirely. Duro is TPing in.
This could be it, the resurgence for BNK. Clear smacks them both into their Nexus. And now Gumayushi is going to go for it, but he's not going to be able to find the angle. There goes the Nexus. Upset complete. BNK.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.